He's a Hollywood A-lister, one of the world's most sought-after talents, and he chose Birmingham to make his return to the stage. You might know Tom Hiddleston as Marvel villain, but occasional hero Loki.
And last night he surprised theatregoers at the Birmingham Rep and even managed an homage to the legendary comic duo Morecambe and Wise. Tom spoke exclusively during his visit to our reporter Wesley Smith.
He may command our attention when he steps out on stage, but it seems not everyone knows who Tom Hiddleston is.
Excuse me, madam. Only professionals allowed up here on the stage. Back to your seat, please, love.
It's so unusual. It's so unusual to walk out on stage and the first line is, "I am Tom Hiddleston." It doesn't feel like a real line.
I am Tom Hiddleston.
There's always a mystery guest in The Play What I Wrote, and this was Tom's big Birmingham moment. This is also an opportunity for a reunion with longtime friend Sean Foley, who co-authored The Play What I Wrote, and who's now artistic director of the Birmingham Rep.
It's essentially making a fool out of myself and making a fool out of acting. It was strangely difficult to learn because you
Bad lines are always difficult to learn.
Because when you're learning stuff, you want to sort of make it make sense. I think as the mystery guest, this whole point is to sort of is to make a fool of oneself or be determinedly made a fool of by the brilliant Dennis Herdman, Tom Tuck, and Mitesh Soni.
He's much in demand, but Tom chose the Birmingham Rep for his return to live theatre, having previously starred on Broadway in the Harold Pinter play Betrayal. Then COVID saw the lights go out.
There's something extremely connective and restorative about the experience of being in a theatre and an audience who arrive as strangers but leave as a group, having experienced the same thing at the same time, especially laughing. There's something quite healing about laughing together, and to have the honour. It has been a gift to me to stand in front of them and make a fool of myself. Has been a real joy.
He's acted in a number of TV shows and films, but this is how many will best know Tom Hiddleston from the Marvel franchise Loki, a role which propelled him into public consciousness the world over.
There is some comedy value in Loki's one-liners sometimes, isn't there?
Absolutely, yeah. Loki's the god of mischief. He's an inclination to playfulness.
Say anything.
So seeing him on stage here was clearly a major treat for fans in the audience.
Such a surprise, what a hero. Yeah, really good.
It's incredible seeing him go from doing all the Marvel movies and coming back to England.
The gentleman next to us was
Tears.
gut laughing. He was in tears, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was absolutely fantastic. It was such a surprise, wasn't it, when he came out on stage and everything. Fantastic. Played his part absolutely wonderfully.
Absolutely brilliant. It's like adult panto.
Particularly at this time of year, many of us remember Morecambe and Wise on TV. Eric Morecambe died in 1984 after collapsing during a performance at the Roses Theatre in Tewkesbury.
How aware of them were you as you were growing up?
Oh, very aware of them. I think their influence on British comedy and British culture is really far-reaching. You won't believe me, but in the long hours of that first lockdown, to cheer myself up, I found myself watching on YouTube just because I just needed a little bit of a tickle.
Yeah.
Because it's just so joyful.
The combination of being, if I may say so, sort of a brilliant classical actor and a huge film star is perfect for the comedy, because just like Morecambe and Wise, the bigger the star, the more fun there is, because it's the sort of huge imbalance between the actor and the clown, if you like. Basically, is just like the Ernie character, the Tom character in this show, The Play What I Wrote, writes a bad play. So it's modelled on, it's really the Glenda Jackson part.
So you're channeling your inner Glenda Jackson for this?
You said it, not me.
Tom's is a fleeting visit to the Midlands this time. More mystery guests will follow before the run ends on New Year's Day. Wesley Smith, ITV News, Birmingham.
And the audience clearly loved it.
They did, didn't they? I just keep seeing the night manager.
That's right,
as
yeah.
well. That's the thing, isn't it?
Well, he was brilliant in that, wasn't he?